I think you would probably agree that for parents, having a child is one of the happiest moments of your life. Now, think about this. What if you were told that you could never have a child, and then you do end up getting pregnant? Can you imagine the joy then?
Well, for one family, what was supposed to swell their hearts with joy broke them instead. The mother-to-be was faced with a decision no person should ever have to make: terminate her pregnancy or have the child and put her own life at risk. This afternoon, her selfless story of sacrifice. Elizabeth Joyce was told she would never get pregnant. Doctors said the chemotherapy that helped her beat cancer would leave her infertile, but then it happened.
The amount of elation that we felt when we found out that we were pregnant, I mean, I'm not much for talk of miracles, but it very much felt like a miracle. Bringing a child into this world was, it wasn't just important for me, it was one of the most important things for Liz.
Liz was interviewed for an upcoming documentary on pregnancy and motherhood.
And she's got the cutest little lips and the cutest nose and this like chin and cheeks, like these big cheeks. I could see her little crease on her cheeks. It's just unbelievable.
Then just 1 month into her pregnancy, Elizabeth's cancer returned. Surgeons removed a tumor from her back, but the question was, where else did she have cancer? Doctors couldn't do a full body scan. It could hurt the baby. So Elizabeth faced a heartbreaking decision: terminate her pregnancy to have the scan or continue the pregnancy without knowing where the cancer might have spread.
We felt if we terminated this pregnancy and did these scans and it turned out that there was no evidence of disease after the scans, then we would have possibly given up our only chance at having a child naturally and would have done it for nothing.
In her third trimester, it became clear that the cancer was spreading. Elizabeth was having trouble breathing. She had tumors in her lungs. To begin Elizabeth's treatment, doctors performed a C-section 2 months early, and the Joyces had Lillian, their miracle baby.
It was incredibly difficult, to want to enjoy this, amazing moment as much as you possibly can, but, to know that you're facing something so incredibly dire and that the chances didn't look good at that point.
After Lily was born, doctors found cancer in Liz's pelvis, abdomen, and heart. Liz died 6 weeks later, just a few weeks before her 37th birthday.
Her spirit, her optimism, her strength, it radiated out of her, and it had such an incredible impact on people who met her. Her optimism and her courage and her bravery gave people hope, and that's what she did for everybody.
And Liz was able to come home 5 days after Lily was born. Max says one night at home was all they had before Liz was forced to return to the hospital, which is where she passed away. And Jimmy, digging a little deeper into this story, Max proposed to Liz as soon as he found out she had cancer.
Yeah.
He actually went out into the kitchen, got some aluminum foil, and made her an engagement ring.
Really?
Very touching story.
How about that? Phew. That's a tough one to get through. Well, our pets can develop cancer too, and can be almost as hard when it comes to those life or death decisions. So up next, we're going to hear how one family is trying to save their Sadie Mae as they fervently search for a bone marrow donor.
We're also going to hear the story of Duncan Liu, who was born with a deformity that left him with 2 legs, how he's overcoming his obstacles and running into the hearts of millions. But first, we're talking about health. Dr. Oz raises the question, can an aspirin a day keep cancer away?
Doctors call aspirin the wonder drug, and for good reason. It relieves headaches and muscle pain, prevents heart attacks, and now it's becoming a major force in the war against cancer. Recent studies show aspirin reduces risk for colon, lung, and breast cancer. And brand new research suggests aspirin may be the long-awaited breakthrough to help ward off the hard-to-detect silent killer, ovarian cancer. The study says women who take aspirin on a daily basis may cut their chances for this deadly cancer by as much as 20%. Even taking aspirin in the same lower daily doses used to reduce the risk of heart attack can be effective in the cancer fight.